The San Antonio Spurs will never die. Coming into the season, following the trades of Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, the free agent departure of Tony Parker, the retirement of Manu Ginobili, and the season-ending ACL injury for Dejounte Murray, many predicted that the Spurs' 21-year playoff run would end. Even with one All-Star in LaMarcus Aldridge and an incoming one in DeMar DeRozan, many wondered whether the Spurs had the talent and depth to make it in the deep, competitive Western Conference. They've proved everyone wrong again. The Spurs are 25-18, sixth in the Western Conference. They're the hottest team in the NBA over the past month, with a 13-4 record since December 6. In that span, they also owned the league's best defense, the third best defense, and the best net rating, points by which they outscore opponents per 100 possessions. Greg Popovich has the Spurs zigging where other teams zag. Ronald Cortez, AP. More incredibly, the Spurs don't look like any of the most modern NBA outfits. Math rules in today's NBA. Teams emphasize three-pointers, shots at the rim, and free throws. They're playing faster than ever before. Defenses are geared toward making their opponents take the least efficient shots possible. The Spurs don't resemble any of that. At a time when teams are eschewing shots from mid-range, the Spurs are taking nearly 3 more attempts per game than the second-place team, the Golden State Warriors, interestingly. For the season, the Spurs are 26th in shots attempted per game from less than 5 feet at or near the rim, though they take advantage when they're there, making 63% of their attempts, 7th in the league. No team takes fewer three-point attempts per game. The three-pointers they do attempt are not the easiest ones. They average a combined 5.2 attempts per game from the corners. The 5 teams ahead of the Spurs in the Western Conference all average more per game. The Spurs do shoot efficiently, however, hitting 40.5% of their three-point attempts, the best percentage in the league. Thursday night's 154-147 double overtime win over the Oklahoma City Thunder was a prime example of the Spurs' antiquated yet effective defense. They were blazing hot from 3, hitting 16 of 19 attempts from downtown. That's a scorching 84%, but 19 attempts in a double overtime game is a minuscule number by today's standards. Every team in the league shoots 24 or more threes per game. They were led by Aldridge, who posted a career-high 56 points without attempting a single three-pointer, the first player to score 50 or more without a three since Shaquille O'Neal. Aldridge's shot chart looked like something straight out of 90s basketball. Via NBA.com/stats, Aldridge's co-pilot is DeRozan, who leads the NBA in mid-range shot attempts per game and is down to 17.5% from 3 this season. Perhaps no superstar tandem in the NBA has as three-point averse as Aldridge and DeRozan. LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan are an old-school superstar tandem. Darren Abate, AP. And that's fine by Popovich, who has made his disdain for three-pointers known, several times arguing that if there's a three-point shot there should be a 4-point shot, a 5-point shot, and so on. The Spurs take some threes because it's necessary, and they've ensured they make those shots. Despite a league-leading offense, the Spurs credit their defense for the recent turnaround. The Spurs were one of the worst defensive units early in the season, but the team has since gelled on that end of the floor. Contrary to their shot selection, the Spurs are pretty good at defending good shots and forcing bad ones. In the last month, they're 8th in opponent field goal percentage from less than 5 feet, 7th in mid-range attempts allowed and 6th in percentage, and 3rd in opponent three-point percentage. The Spurs also don't turn the ball over and rarely foul opponents, 2 effective methods for winning games. But some things define numbers. It seems as if they've gained chemistry on the defensive end. As is typical for a Popovich team, they're disciplined, conservative, and communicative, attached by the metaphorical string that so many teams wish to achieve. Popovich told ESPN's Michael C. Wright in December that he knew that with so many new faces and departing players, the team would take time to figure things out. "I just thought that they deserved a lot of patience with a group two-thirds new," Popovich said. "I can't expect them to catch on to everything right away and understand each other. So I knew that patience is like the first step in showing confidence in somebody or in a group. So if you expect everything quickly, that's just not going to work. It's going to hurt their confidence." Read more. The key to the Knicks' rebuild could be a 20-year-old French guard that the NBA can't seem to figure out. The Spurs are on pace to win 47 games, the same number as last season, which broke an 18-year streak of winning 50 or more games. But thanks to their recent climb, even if the Spurs cool off and play .500 ball the rest of the season, they're likely to make the playoffs. In a season when expectations were low, when it looked as if Popovich and company were devising a plan that ran counter to the best teams in the league, the Spurs are once again defying the odds.